Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Matt, aka Cut Corners, aka Matt Perry. That's me. Great to have you here. Thank you. Big thanks to DJ Lowkey who just raided in. Welcome in, Good Music Twitch family. Great to have you here. Before we start, I guess real quick, just want to say rest in peace, Bobby Caldwell. Kind of a bummer there, but yeah, worth mentioning. Someone who made a bunch of great music. But I wanted to welcome you all to Unscripted. It's a show about the power of music. I'm excited to speak to today's guest who's been consistently killing it on the production tip and is the judge and featured artist of the current Serato Studio 2.0 remix competition. I highly recommend giving them a follow on their SoundCloud as it's stacked with like fire remixes, and you can do that by just typing exclamation point follow in the chat, and that will pull up all of their social media and their SoundCloud account. Just do yourself a favor. They've also just released an EP, Channel 8 Part 1, which is available everywhere you stream music, DSPs, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, you name it. But without further ado, let me please welcome Boston Chery to the stream. What up, Boston?
Hey, what's good, man? How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being our guest today.
It's a pleasure being here. I'm really excited to hear everything today.
That's right. Yeah. So for those of you who are just tuning in now, we're running a competition. We got Boston as the judge and also our guest. So we're going to talk to Boston about their career and their production journey. Also, they're going to judge and choose three winners from the competition. So thanks to everyone who submitted their beats into the Discord. And if you're not following or joining, if you haven't joined our Discord, you can just type in exclamation point Discord in the chat, and then you'll be taken to the Discord where you can hear all the beats that were submitted for the competition. And we're going to give away some prizes, some really cool prizes that Boston's going to let us know who's going to get them. So third place, the third place prize is the Sublab XL, and that's a synth plugin, which is going to be brought to you by the Plugin Boutique. Second prize is Scalar 2, and that's a really cool plugin that also allows you to basically find chords, I believe. I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I haven't used it myself, but would love to give it a try. So that's second prize. And then first prize gets all three of these things, both of those things and the Lifeline Expanse plugin. I'm not too sure what that is, but anyways, it's all in the Discord. If you're unsure about it, there's got links to them so you can find out more about them. I should know more, but I don't, so I'm just going to be honest with you. Boston, though, man, I'm really excited to hear these beats. How about you?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I'm really excited to hear all these beats that people submitted. How about you?
Yes, I'm very excited. Yeah.
Now, before we get into that part, let me break down the concept for everyone who's watching. Basically, Boston remixed this incredible high classified track, which you can see on YouTube. You walked through how you made that beat in your process, which I highly recommend people check it out. And I really loved the way you kind of approached that. It was like a really cool version because the original track is quite slow, right?
Yeah, the original track was pretty slow and a completely different vibe. It was such a good vibe. Very deep R&B bass type of music. It reminded me very much of like the 90s, early 2000s sound. And I wanted to add my like twist, my modern day twist, also like putting my culture sounds out there. And I just imagined people listening to my remix in the club and seeing what that would sound like.
Yeah, I think you really nailed that. It's really cool, and I really loved watching like your process and the way you walked through it, the way you talked about what you did and some of your inspirations. So yeah, shout out for that great breakdown. Now, do you know High Classified, or do you have any kind of relationship with, like, how did you choose that song?
I actually do know High Classified. He was one of the people that I met the very first time that I went to Montreal. Um, I haven't seen him in some time, but yeah, we've met before. Um, and I mean, I had a lot of music to choose, but it was just like without a question, it was the one. When I heard it, when I heard the bass drop, honestly, I was like, "Yep, this is it."
And those vocals are really great. Lev and Kali did an incredible job too, hey?
Yes, Loving Cali. That song actually introduced me to him. So I went basically on like a rabbit hole listening to all of his music all over like Spotify, and I was like, this is a talented artist.
So
Yeah,
talented.
he's great.
Yeah, I know that they've done a lot of songwriting with artists like Sid and A-Track, a lot of cool people, and they did an EP pretty recently too. I was checking out. I loved it, and it's like the
Oh wow.
musicianship is fantastic. The vocals are fantastic. This like real talent.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so you mentioned like when you approached that remix, you kind of had the intention of playing it in the club, and I wanted to ask, you know, when you make remixes, is your intention for them to be DJ'd, or when you're making tracks, are you as the end goal for them to be in a DJ set?
That's a good question. Um, because I do have slower tempo remixes too. Like I have like some like Zouk remixes, very like Caribbean style remixes. And yeah, I realized they could all be played in the club. I just my go-to is always thinking about the summer when it comes to remixes. Like I love the summer. I'm a summer baby. I feel like summertime is when you have like timeless music, especially growing up in Brooklyn. There's nothing like the summertime and hearing music blasting outside of people's cars. That's how you know it's a hit. Like if every
For
time a
real.
person's driving by, you're like, all right, this is like a core memory now. So I always have that in mind, like the summertime feelings, and I try to put that out in my music so that when people hear it, they feel warm, they feel the sunlight in the sense of like now the sunlight is the sounds of the music. Um, so yeah, I try to put all of those feelings into the sound of music.
That's fantastic. Now I saw recently George, right? George played your awesome "Tempted to Touch" remix in their set for the Boiler Room, which was
Mm-hmm.
probably like a bit of a manifestation of what you wanted to do, and then to see that come out in such a cool high profile set. How did that feel?
It felt great, especially watching like the crowd respond to it, like singing along with it. I think there was this one girl who like closed her eyes and like threw her hands up, and I was like, it gave me chills. I was like, wow, I imagined it, and now I'm seeing it from a whole different side of the world, 5 hour difference, like insane.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't checked that, Love Lisa, thank you very much. Actually posted your Boiler Room set too. So this is not the first. You're no stranger to the Boiler Room. So George played your remix in the Boiler Room, but you've also played the Boiler Room yourself in New York. Is that right?
Yes, I did Boiler Room twice. And yeah, Sky Jetta from Detroit also played one of my remixes, a Jill Scott remix. And yeah, I've heard that there's some more of my remixes on Boiler Rooms, but I haven't had the chance to like look at everyone's. But
Yeah, they sure be making
yeah,
a lot of great performances on there. Hey.
yeah.
Now, what was like? So, people, if you're not familiar, Boston Chery is an incredible DJ as well as a producer, and as you can tell, playing Boiler Room is a pretty major achievement for anybody in their career, a very important milestone, and you've done it twice. What was that experience? Did it help kind of inform your production in any way? Like, okay, I see what's working. Maybe I need to start making my remix or tracks more like this to kind of like fit into those environments.
You know, that's another great question. So my EP, I would say, is very different from my remixes as far as the sound. So one of my mentors is Melox, and I look at him and his work and seeing how different it is and how true to him it is. So like for my EP, I wanted it to be more of like a R&B Afro sound because that is the sounds that like really introduced me to music and really made me fall in love with music. So I wanted to give myself that space to produce like original music in this sound. So yeah, there was some times where I'm like, this is like going great. This is a sound that's going great. Let me stick to this. But also I feel like as a creative, you owe it to yourself to kind of explore the different spaces that you can go to, because just because something is going really good right there doesn't mean that um, staying true to yourself in the sense of doing these other things might not be very beneficial for you as well.
Mm. That's a really good point. And just a side note, if you're not familiar, if anyone who's watching isn't familiar with Melox, definitely check them out. They've done a really cool rhythm roulette before, but they're also very responsible for a lot of Beyonce's production. And if you're a big fan of Beyonce, like most people are, I assume, you can check their credits. I think they did Energy. Is that on right on Renaissance? But
They did Move
Move.
with
That's it.
Thames and Grace Jones, yeah,
Yeah,
which
that's
I was like,
crazy.
wow, wow, what a. And they did, of course, Lemonade. I believe Hold Up, Sorry, and I feel like there's another track, but yeah, his stuff is all over like the place as far as like sound. He's also Caribbean too, so we have like a love for like dancehall music, but we speak about like putting that with electronic music and just like exploring different sounds. He's the person who really like pushed me to be like, don't feel like you have to keep yourself in a box because this thing is going so good. You could use that to leverage and also explore, different sounds. There's so many different genres, so, um I definitely want to explore as much as I can.
Absolutely. I love that too. And I feel like you can get little bits of things from different genres that like make you think about music in a different way. One of specifically Caribbean music like reggae, dancehall, and the focus on bass and the way that bass is used, and even obviously the dub effects and things like that. They really have played such an important role in popular music in the last 10 or 20 or 30, 40 years even, that changed the way that we thought about how music was recorded. And the innovations of people like Lee Scratch Perry are so important, and King Tubby and so forth. Like I'm so glad that we get to listen to all this music, right? Like it's just so important to digest that and take what you can from it.
I love that a lot of this world music. So like I feel like when I listen to dance hall, it's like of course very similar to Afrobeats, to reggaeton, and I love how it's on the radio now.
Yeah,
Growing up I didn't really hear that. Like, I would just hear these sounds at like the cookouts or like, through people's cars or like from the CDs my family would play. Um, so yeah, to hear these sounds on the radio is like a big deal. Big deal. I mean,
absolutely.
even with Renaissance and hearing all of like the club music and like Rihanna and Super Bowl, listening to I think his name is Clean, who did the remix. Is it Clean?
Yeah.
Um I was like, I remember hearing it and I was just I jumped from my couch. I was like, oh, I was like, what? I know this remix.
Wasn't that
It's
such
from SoundCloud.
that was such an amazing moment for DJs and remixers, hey, to see that Clean doing the Rihanna take the Rude Boy remix and make it main
Big
stage.
Big thing. Yeah, it was a big thing for like the remixers and SoundCloud producers. And, same when K Tronada won like the Grammys, two Grammys. I was like, whoa, whoa. Like we are out here, you know?
Now, there's something I wanted to ask you specifically. You've talked a bit about your about this relation with Caribbean music. Now, you mentioned in your video that you have Haitian roots. Kay Tronada,
Yep.
also Haitian diaspora. I would just like
Yes.
to ask about some of your favorite producers that also are from the Haitian diaspora that you're into right now.
Yes. Definitely K Tronada and Michael Brown right now. There's many others, but I can't think of them right now. But those are the top two that popped into my mind.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. I was listening to Mark Homme from Griselda Records. He did an album called Pray for Haiti. I really loved that, and it was really cool how he incorporated a lot of like Haitian Creole into like the raps and made a real focus on like Haitian issues.
Oh
Which
yeah, yeah.
I honestly I was very ignorant to, and it was really neat to kind of get a bit more understanding from his perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool. And now speaking of also Kate Renata, there's a lot of similarities there with remix culture, and you as we were talking about A little bit earlier, you mentioned like the clean rude boy thing is a big moment. Now, I wanted to ask you like when I guess I have a question here specifically about this. How do you feel about making remixes versus original tracks? Is would you want to be known as someone who's primarily remixer, or would you like to do kind of what Kaytranada has done, who has really taken the opportunity he got from remixes and then kind of parlayed it into a career as a music producer?
Definitely, what K Tronada has done. Like my dream, as a child was to become a music producer, and that's what I am. And I really want to be in a studio working with artists, making hit records. Yeah, K Tronada is like just a huge inspiration. Oh, I also forgot to mention High Classify is also Haitian as well. What am
Hey,
I saying? Yeah, he's
yes,
also Haitian as well.
that's fire.
But yes, I really want to be in the studio working with artists more. I love collabing with other producers as well. Um, yeah, I mean, it's cool to make remixes. I love to do it, but the original stuff, like I want to make some timeless records. And I think it's cool like remixing some songs and using it as a sample to create a new original song. So I hope that the labels are down to clear more of these remixes more so we can do that.
It does feel like there's a lot of momentum with that though right now. We've seen like such great success with people like DJ Sage and her Coil Ray Players remix, and then also recently Eccentric and his remix for Beyonce becoming, both of those became official.
Amazing.
And then on the Billboard too, like it's like whoa, like what a big win
Yeah.
for DJs, right?
Huge. Yeah. I love to see it. It's very inspirational, and I hope it motivates the other DJs and producers as well to continue doing that because they need us. We are creating the sound of people's lives, and yeah, we got to do the thing.
Absolutely.
Like,
Do you feel though that making remixes or doing that has helped further your original production?
absolutely. Uh, Creating remixes has completely changed my life. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, because it's so crazy. Like, creating these remixes have like got me on my first plane ride ever. Has got me out the country. Has like brought me into connecting with so many DJs and creatives. Has got me here with Serato. Um, like it really has changed my life, and I've been doing it for the past 6 years now. I want to say 6 years.
Wow. Yeah, and I noticed. I went on your website, of course, which gave me some good background on some of the achievements that you've had, and you were also part of the Splice Creator class in 2019. How was that?
Yep, that was pretty fun. I got to learn about sound design, and we created sound packs. That's on the Splice website as well. But it was a cool experience meeting so many different creatives, so many different producers, from all different backgrounds and genres and different places of the world. Amazing time. I was very grateful for that experience.
Shout out Splice. It was good to know that they're investing in the future of music producers,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Um, Now, one other thing I wanted to ask you before we get into the beats was if you could collaborate with any artist in the world, who would it be?
Producer or like singer or
It's up to you. You name it.
Dark Child, hands down, my favorite producer. Like hearing his sounds gave me chills, and I was like, "What is that?" And I just went in a rabbit hole of liking similar musicians, like similar singers. And I'm like, this bass line sounds like this bass line, and I was so young. I think I was like 7 years old when I discovered him. Um, and this was like the time of Brandy and Destiny's Child and Mary J. Blige. Um, and yeah, like he's that person. He's that person that I've definitely, yeah. I'm
That's
just
awesome.
Just talking about it makes me nervous, but it also excited.
Yeah, I think I saw they got a pretty cool placement recently on a recent album. But yeah, Beyonce, right? Say My Name, was that Dark Child?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she did a lot of things. Yeah, Say My
Brandy,
Name, of course he did that.
Full
Yeah, he
Moon.
worked with
Yeah,
Full Moon, Top of like so many songs. Was it Top of the World? Oh my gosh. Mary J. Blige, he did the I Can Love You song. Oh my gosh. I can't even think right now. He's worked with Lady Gaga. He's worked with her. He's worked with, I believe, SZA
okay,
on
yeah,
this latest album.
that's what I think I
He's
saw.
worked, yeah, TLC, Tony Braxton, Jennifer Lopez, the If You Have My Love.
Ooh, it's a
You
big
can
one.
like if you yeah, if you hear like if you go back into like the 90s, the early 2000s, any like super subby bass line really was from like Dark Child.
Mm.
Like he just had like this, I don't know. He worked with Pink. He's oh my gosh, his definitely check him out, y'all.
Yeah,
If you don't
that's
know.
those are some credits. Like they're not just like small credits; those are big credits, like a big songs.
Big credits. Yeah.
Awesome. If you could recommend everyone who's listening someone that you've just discovered or you think they should be checking out, who would you reckon we listen to?
Blast.
Blast
Blast.
from LA. Blast.
Blast from LA.
Okay, awesome, awesome. We got Blast Hive in the
Blast.
building.
Yeah. Blast from LA. I think not only is he's an exceptional artist, songwriter as well, he's an amazing producer. Like
That's right.
yeah, he's a talented musician. I really, really love his music. Again, I'm an R&B head, so I would also say Cleo Soul.
Oh yes, Cleo
Just
Soul. Whoa, so good.
so good. Like I'm talking about, you wake up in the morning, you get your tea, your coffee, you play some Cleo Soul.
If you're in the Serato's kitchen or you've been part of any of these STEMs remix competitions before, you already know Gons is a gift to the community. He's always helping out with providing tips on how to do screen recordings, even like above here. He tells you how to do that. So we just want to take this moment to thank you, Gons, for always sharing your information and always sharing such incredible, inspiring beats. So it's only right. We set it off with DJ Gons. Let's go. You ready, Boston?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, fire in the chat,
wow.
Gons. Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. That was insane.
Yeah, what do you think, Boston? What have you got to say about that?
Wow, I really loved it. I really loved also like the drums, the geez, I forgot what it's called, but it sounds so good. It sounds very cinematic. It was very full. It gave me chills like once it dropped. Like it was just nice. And even how it ended with the like cinematic sound towards the end. Um, yeah,
Yo,
amazing.
that bass was crazy too. I know MChop's gonna give me grief for always talking about the bass, but yo, Gons came in with the wobbly bass, and I was like, yo, I did not expect that. It was sounded amazing.
Yeah, that was really good.
All right, big up, Gons. Thank you so much, man. You're always coming with heat. You already know Gons does not mess around. So yeah, and if you are interested, DJ Little Fever asked, "Is this on the Discord?" Yes, it is. Just type in exclamation point Discord, and you'll be taken to the Discord server where you can see everyone's submissions, and you can watch these and um, even download them if you want to play them in your DJ sets. Hopefully, that's okay with everyone. So. Moving on, who else we got next? Cash Influenced, by the looks of things here. So, Cash Influence says, this is my submission. I kept tempo and key the same, tried to give it an island trap vibe, plus some vocal chops. I was dealing with a lot of buffering issues, but I hope you can get the idea. Open to tips and tricks. I'm just a few months on Serato Studio, but loving it so far. Hey, we'd love to hear it. And DJ Gons, as you can see, coming in with the save. If you have any help for some tips on how you record the video, and I know that can be a bit challenging, but appreciate everyone who did this. Thank you, Cash Influenced. Let's pull it up. Ooh,
Wow.
that was dope. What do you think, Boston?
I loved it. I really loved the chops. I think the chops were like perfect and like just they were really great. And also the switch up, the bass, the trap drums, it was perfect.
Yeah, the way the
Yep,
vocals like sit on the with the skanky guitar, like the reggae skank was like really nice. I loved that.
absolutely.
Big up Cash Influence. That was fire. Yeah, I love it. I just love hearing how everyone's approaching these a little differently. And yo, it's Eccentric up in here. What up, Eccentric from New York? Great,
Hey.
great to see you in here, homie. And Major Nazer said, I want to leave work and kick it at the pool. Listen to this. Absolutely, I do too, man. It's a perfect vibe. All right, moving up next, MChop, Canada's own MChop. We love MChop. MChop's no stranger to the kitchen, no stranger to the stems competitions. Big time Serato Studio
Nice.
user. Big love to MChop. Let's see what you got. What did you say here? I have 3 instances of the song. I used stems for the melody and chopped it. For the other 2, I used stems for the acapella and adjusted the key pitch. LL Cool J
Mm.
acapella from YouTube for his song Around the Way Girl that I used as the verse. This sounds like it's gonna be fire. Let's go.
Yeah.
I want a girl with brings at least 2 pair. A Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood. She can walk with a switch and talk with street slang. I love it when a woman is scared to do a thing. Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Stop, stop. Hard to make the hottie stop.
Wow. MChop. Fire in the chat for MChop. Wow. What do you think, Boston?
That was very summertimey right there. I really loved it. I loved how this was not just only a remix, but it felt like an original track. Like it felt like definitely taking the track to creating like your own sound. So I really loved that. The originality of it was amazing.
Absolutely. And I gotta say, MChop, like the way you had the bass working with the drums and like the little subtle like bit crushing effects with the vocals, man, I love it. You know, you already know I love your beats, MChop. So it's nothing new for you, but I just gotta say it again so everyone knows because that was fire. I really enjoyed that. Anyways, without making the bias too strong, we got to keep it moving. um, so up next we got Ngva, who's also in the chat. Great to see you again, Ngva. And you said, okay, so much fun. All sounds in this beat are from the sample. Made several instances of the drums, hat, snare, and kick. 2 instances to stem out the bass. 4 different instances of the melodic elements and the vocal. I didn't want to do too much to the vocals, but I did change the key to C sharp, slightly time stretch some of the chords, but not a whole lot. Everyone's flips being incredible. Peace. I love that. I love it's true. Like all these flips are so inspiring, and it's great to see everyone kind of catching a vibe off of everybody's. But let's get into NGVA's flip. Here we go. I love. I love. Yo, big up NGVA. Fire in the chat for NGVA with the very vibey remix there. Fire, fire, fire. What did you think,
Yeah.
Boston?
I think it was definitely very vibey. It reminds me of like lo-fi music. It just was like very chill, just like relaxing, like just kind of almost trippy. It was definitely good.
Absolutely. Yeah, and DJ None in the chat said, missed the boat on the deadline, but I kind of want to try making a remix anyway. I totally agree. In fact, like I was like, I can't really enter this. I really wanted to because I love the track so much. But I got the track. I'm definitely gonna play around with it because it's a fire remix. But
It
yeah,
really is. Yeah.
it is right. Ngva though, great work. Really great work. And of course, you're no stranger also to the kitchen. We love seeing you and popping up in here. Thanks for providing the WAV file. So yeah, if you're on the Discord, go grab that. Once again, Serato has posted in here the prizes. Just want to let everyone know. Third prize is the Sublab XL. Second prize is the Scalar 2. First prize gets all three. A Lifeline expands the Scalar 2 and the Sublab XL, which is pretty fire. So that's what you're going to get. Okay, we got Has Beats 187. Has Beats from New Zealand, Aotearoa. That's the home of where Serato's from. So Has Beats is a heavy hitter in the game. We already know Timbaland loves Has Beats, so I'm excited to hear what Has cooked up. He said, my video capture.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Right? My video capture is garbage law, MP3 attached. Let's try the video. If it doesn't work out, we'll jump onto the MP3.
OVO I ride, OMO I ride. Rep so them my niggas from the Scarborough side. Don't fuck with them, my hollow tips will fly. I don't have to lie. A lot of people say it in a song just to say it, man. I'm not that type of guy. Hit me on the cell. I just might bring you to the city, send you home with stories you can never tell. I'm trying to break you out of your shell. You just turned 21 like Adele, that's good with me. I put my business on hold. Let me turn off the phone. Let's explore the unknown. If you're not drinking with me, you force me to turn up alone. No peer pressure, I just know you like to get in your zone. You say that you rather smoke, well let me call up Obi's room and tell him roll up a cone. I know he probably got that extra special. I never second guess it. How's Villanova? What classes you taking next semester? And she like, fuck the small talk. I'm not here to discuss extra credits of my professors. No time for funny stories. It's funny how she shows up late but always comes before me. We both young and misguided, but that's another story. Yeah.
Alright, I think that's it. Yep. Has Beats. Fire in the chat for Has Beats with a fire remix there too. That was dope. Haven't heard that song in a minute, right?
Yeah. That was very like, I imagined, I think somebody said it in the chat, like just imagine like driving in your car and like listening to it. Yeah, very chill. Very like good vibes. I liked it a lot.
Big up Has Beats. Yeah, I was loving that. It took like a little minute to build, then that acapella kicked in. Took me to definitely, what did Burnt CD say? He said, I imagine playing this with the windows down while riding on the 610 loop down here in Houston. I think that's a perfect environment for that. Fire. Big up Has Beats.
Definitely smooth.
All right, up next, we got DJ Zen. All right, what did he say here? I had a lot of fun with this. It was my first time making a remix. I learned some things along the way. I used the vocal stems, melody, and bass. Disclaimer, my original video was too large to stand in here, so I sped it up. Hope that's all right. Yes. Wonder if should we play the video or should we play the MP3? MP3 is correct speed.
Okay.
What do you think, Boston?
I think we could go with the MP3 since is the video faster?
Yeah.
Just like us. Yeah, so let's give the MP3 a listen. Right.
So this is DJ Zen. This is the remix. Let's go.
It's the same three words that come to mind.
It won't let me go. On deep slow, I slow. Rock the boat, give me no, go slow, go back. Do it with no hands, so you can hold the camera. Hit it in a bag, titties on a basket. How did I get so lucky that I trust you when you're not seen? So I guess that means we're meant to be. Stop asking me how I feel, you know. It's the same three words that come to mind. I'll be playing why I'll be passing time. The same three words I feel inside. All you love and die, I don't say goodbye. It's the same three words that come to mind. I'll be playing why I'll be passing time. The same three words I feel inside. All you love and die, I don't say goodbye.
All right, give it up for DJ Zen.
Okay.
Boston, what did you think about that?
I really liked the switch up, and it had like a bounce to it. It had like a dang, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a specific type of like bounce that's like it's not on time, but it's like a third or something like that. So I like the little swing. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the second part really kind of was a real nice surprise. It kind of came in with a little bit more energy, a little bit more, I guess, bass or something. But it was interesting. I'm not too sure about the phrasing of the vocals, but if that's what your intention was, it works. It works. I would have maybe nudged it slightly to the left or right, but that's just my 2 cents. Hopefully that is okay. But yeah, big up DJ Zen. Thank you so much for jumping in here. We got up next, we have Ethan from Marston House. Ethan says, dub has been my twist lately. This is my first time using Serato. Dope. Still haven't pulled the trigger on the full version as I'm mostly using Machine and Logic for production, but definitely had some fun, and the sampler is really dope. Absolutely. I love the sampler. I don't know about you, Boston, but that's like one of my favorite things in Serato
Oh
Studio.
yeah. Oh yeah. The sampler is that thing. Yeah.
Right? I always get like funny, happy accidents when I throw things in there and I start mashing buttons. So, without further ado, Ethan from Marston House, let's go. I think that's just a picture. So, we will play the wave file. Let's go. Oh yeah. Big up Ethan from Marston House. Thank you for that. Boston, what did you think?
Ethan, that's his name. Ethan.
Ethan
I just gotta write that down.
Ethan from Marston House. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Ethan.
Okay, yeah, I really like that a lot. That was like unexpected, and it was just like a good vibe. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was really unique, right? Like the way the bass worked, definitely on a dubby vibe for sure. I heard that, and the way
Hmm.
the chopped vocals worked really nicely.
Yeah.
Big up, Ethan. All right, okay. Up next, here we go. We got Serato's Kitchen Resident of the Month, Brown Jewel. Up next, Brown Jewel, I believe, is in the chat. Shout out, Brown Jewel. Um, and
Hey.
and Brown Jewel also from New York. If you're not aware, Brown Jewel is our resident for Serato's Kitchen, which is streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think what time? Someone in the chat gotta let me know what time. I'm not too sure off the top. But if you're also into making beats, yeah, Brown Jewel going to be taking over the Serato channel tomorrow, where we also have a section on this server here for Serato's Kitchen, and you can also check out all the beats that were made for that, which will be played tomorrow as well. And yeah, Brown Jewel is a resident. This is the sample for that. But we're focused on the Serato Stems remix competition and Brown Jewel's remix. So let's get into it. Thank you so much, Brown Jewel, for submitting to the Stems remix competition with Boston. Let's go. Brown
Wow.
Joe. Wow, what do you
That
think,
was
Boston?
that was really good. But I do have one question. Was that two different vocals like on top of each other? Like the screen is kind of small, so I couldn't really see.
Yeah,
Um
I think there was maybe another a cappella that was there as a placeholder, but it was muted. So the tweet one came in.
okay.
That tweet song.
Okay. Yeah, no, that gave me chills. That was great.
Perfect vibe. Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, big up Brown
Brown
Jewel.
Jewel.
Yeah, that bass too. Yeah. She's in the chat. Actually, Brown Jewel said the other vocal was muted. Yeah, I tried to do a different flip. Gotta love it. Throwing some ideas out there and see what happens.
I
And the
mean, it
bass,
came out perfect.
it did. It did come out perfect. That was a perfect vibe. Big up Brown Jewel. And make sure you follow, if you're not already following Brown Jewel in the chat, everybody, make sure you give Brown Jewel a follow. Incredible beat maker and our host for the Serato's Kitchen this month. All right. Now up we got next. Oh, also in the chat, we got YTC Music. YTC Music is in here. What up, YTC Music? Or sent it off with some compliments to Jewel. Love it. Too dope, Jewel. And said, decided to try and cook something from scratch and do a remix using the stock instruments in Serato Studio. Been in my experimentation bag lately in terms of creating. Hope you all enjoy. YTC, I gotta say, I always look forward to hearing your beats in the Discord for the kitchen and remix competitions. They're always fire. You always have a really nice approach to the way you make beats, so I'm excited to hear this one too. Let's get into it. Yeah, fire in the chat. YTC. Wow. Man, that was fire. Breaking necks in the chat. What did you think, Boston?
I think that beat was so sick. Like it was a really, really good beat. But I do wish that the acapella was like nudged to be a little bit on time with it. But other than that, the beat was really sick.
Absolutely. YTC. Yeah, it's crazy. And I know YTC is, I don't know what you usually use YTC, but it's great to see you really understand and like master the studio program. It feels like you really got a good grip on it, and it really shows in that video too. So, yeah, thank you so much, YTC. All right, and yeah, the swing on that was really nice too. I really loved the way the plucks and the swing worked together. It was beautiful.
Hmm.
All right, up next, Wan Kenobi, keeping it brief, just says stems. Wan Kenobi, also no stranger around these parts. Great to see you, Wan Kenobi. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. Wow, that was crazy. That
That was
part
really
two.
dope.
Yeah, big up. Wan Kenobi. What'd you think, Boston?
I think that was groovy. I really liked that a lot. It like had a electronic flair to it. Definitely like that dance vibe. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was cool. I started off real slow like, and I was like, I don't know if this where this is going, and then that kick started moving, and I was like, okay, here we go, taking them to the
That's
club.
that's that switch up was real.
Great to see you, Wan Kenobi. Big up, fire in the chat for Wan Kenobi. Okay, moving on. Up next, the one and only Burnt CDs, who's in the chat and in the house. Big up, Burnt CDs. Also a staple of the Serato Studio Discord community. Lovely man. Always coming with heat and motivation, inspiration. Love to see you here at Burnt CDs as always. Breaking it down to us. Wanted to create a sunset house music vibe with this sample for the remix competition. Hope you enjoy it as much as I did bringing it into the universe. Love that sentiment. The sample breakdown took the stems and created the vox chops phrases you'll hear throughout the track. Also separated the pads to help make a music bed into the breakdown. All right, let's get right into it, Burnt CDs.
I'm gonna burn a CD.
Burn CDs. Yo, I love that. What did you think, Boston?
This brought me joy. Burnt CDs brought the heat to New York. It's cold out here, and now I feel the summer. I feel the summer heat. Thank you. That was
Amazing.
great.
Yeah, Burnt CDs is great to hear that. I love the chords in that too. That was the total vibe, like very, very, yeah, very positive, inspiring. Just like yourself, Burnt CDs, fire. Big up, Burnt. I'm hoping you're feeling good too. So thank you so much for that. And oh well, thanks for providing the file in there. If you want to throw it in the old DJ set, you might have to do that. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Burnt CDs with the last submission. I think we played everyone beats. So now Boston's got the difficult part of
Wow.
choosing the winners.
Wow. Every time I thought that I knew what it was, like I just kept hearing more and more amazing tracks. So I just want to say, everyone, thank you for submitting your tracks. They were all amazing. Definitely please keep using Serato Studio. Just keep doing your thing. What's the next steps here, Matt? Do I have to?
Well, let's start off. Who got third prize? Have you made your decisions yet, or can we call third, second, and first like that?
Third, second, and first. Yeah, we could do that. Woo. Okay. Okay. Third place definitely has to be Gons.
Okay.
Gons, am I saying it right?
Yeah, DJ Gons. Let's give it up for Gons with third place. Well deserved, Gons, as always. So Gons, what is Gons getting? Let me just pull up. So we you got a minute to get second place sorted out there, Boston. Gons is getting the Sublab XL plugin synth from Plugin Boutique. So Gons, we got your email already, so don't worry about that. We'll be getting in touch, making sure you get that. Shout out to Plugin Boutique for that plugin prize. So congratulations, Gons. Third place. Boston, who's got second place?
Jeez. I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember everything, and I'm looking at the notes that I have right now. This is crazy. You guys made it really hard. I'm not gonna lie. MChop.
MChop. Hey, MChop gets second prize. Big up, MChop. Very well deserved, MChop. It's great to see some of the regulars cleaning up in the competition today. We love to see it. So congratulations, MChop. You're getting Scalar 2 for those chords. So we'll be in touch with you, MChop. So stay tuned. Thank you to Plugin Boutique as always for providing these prizes for you all. And last but not least, drum roll. First prize, Boston. Who is it?
Burnt CDs.
Hey, yeah. Burnt CDs. We love to see Burnt CDs coming through with the win, the big win. Burnt CDs, huge congrats. Looks like Houston and Toronto cleaned up this stems competition. So congratulations to you all. Specifically, Burnt CDs. We're going to play your remix one more time for everybody, if you don't mind. Let's jump into that. And then we'll wrap it up. Burnt CDs with the win. Here we go.
I'm going to burn a CD.
Much love, Burnt CDs. Yeah, one more time, give it up for Burnt CDs.
Yeah.
So I just want to take a moment to thank everyone who submitted beats to this competition. Much love. Thank you so much for your work, your creative energy, and recording all that, following all the details that we require for that. I also want to give a big thanks to Boston Chery. Thank you, Boston. Thank you so much for being
Thank
our
you.
guest today and submitting your amazing remix, of course, as well for the campaign. But before we wrap it up, I just want to ask, is there anything that you want people to know about what Boston's up to right now?
Oh yeah, part 2 of Channel 8 is coming out pretty soon. More remixes, more edits coming soon, more original music. And for all who submitted music, feel free to like send me music anytime. I also run the Eighth Path Records, which I always like put people's music on SoundCloud or repost. So yeah, feel free to hit me up.
Thank you so much, Boston. And if you're not following Boston already, just type in !follow and you'll be directed to their Instagram and SoundCloud, which I highly recommend following both of those accounts. Much love, Boston. We love what you do. We love your remixes. We love your DJ sets, and we love having you as a guest on our channel. It was great to chat with you. And I think that's about it, though. I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah. Thank you all so much.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Like I said, this concludes the Stems Remix competition. Big up DJ Gons, big up MChop, and big up Burnt CDs for taking third, second, and first prizes on this competition. Much love, everybody. We'll see you next time. Peace.